Guys, testosterone levels have been declining in men for decades, but don't worry. With Black Forest supplements, there's hope. The Black Forest Testo Stack is the ultimate testosterone supplement package, combining the power of terkestrone, Sustanch, and Tonkat Ali. Terkestrone is a natural anabolic compound that supports muscle growth, improves endurance, and boosts testosterone levels. Sustanch is a Chinese herb known to increase libido and improve overall vitality. For centuries, Tonkat Ali has been used to increase testosterone levels and reduce stress levels. Pairing the three together unlocks an unmatched supplement stack to help you reclaim your masculinity. As a Black Forest Testo Stack user, I have noticed a significant increase in my energy levels, my strength, and overall well-being. And the best part is, you can try the Black Forest Testo Stack today with a 10% discount using the code CHAEL10 in the link below. So if you want to take control of your health and your life, check out Black Forest supplements. Just click on the link below. Nothing goes my way. I can never get a break. It's one of those things. Like you know guys like that? You ever see me in Vegas at a casino? I'm over at the roulette wheel. If you ever see that, just slide on over. Wait till I make my move and just go the opposite. It's one of those things. Okay. The year is 2014. The youngest champion ever, his name is Jon Jones. Now, I am going to write the Jon Jones story right there. Okay? I'll write the story for you right there. And I believe Jon Jones became champion in 2012 and possibly even 2011. Like, don't think you have to correct me on that, but I'm just saying, right? We kind of get used to Jon. He's around, he's doing his thing. And I could have been very confident to tell you the story. You got the youngest champion ever, and you got this dynamic guy, and he can do everything. He won the junior college nationals in wrestling, but his biggest threat is on his feet with striking. In fact, the night he won the championship against a striker, he outstruck him right with a big body shot to show good. Okay. So I got plenty of praise I put on Jon. I can follow Chael's golden rule. Be as mean as you want, critique all you want, but tell it the way that it happened. Great. Do all of these things, and then I can add for you how this story ends. And it ends with Jon about 28 years old, and we're all looking back on what could have been. We're looking at an undisciplined guy who didn't understand that it's a window, that didn't understand you got to do everything right just to extend it a month. Just to extend it a fight, you got to do everything right. You get really lucky, you could extend it a year, right? I mean, it's one of these things. Nobody can get around it. They're human beings. And in 2014, while I'm writing the story, I will conclude the story ends by 2018. I could have put my name on it. I could have put it in print, and everybody would have posted it and thought I would have been right. Here we are in 2023, which brings you to last week, which brings you to Jon Jones versus Gordon Ryan. They're just working out. I'm not telling you who got the best of who or doing anything like that, but I do know that getting a compliment from Gordon Ryan is very hard to do. As a matter of fact, you might not find anybody that's not named John Danaher to ever get a compliment from Gordon Ryan. And Gordon comes out, and this guy that I would have predicted in Jon Jones that would be done, he'd be long gone. Be a story going to the category of the Dennis Rodman. Could have extended his career, took his greatness for granted. Here you have Gordon Ryan doting on the skills of Jon Jones more than I've ever heard Gordon compliment anybody. And I would have loved to have seen that work out. Like, there's not an athletic event that I'd bet against Jon Jones. I really can't think of one. Even this ridiculous MMA guy versus boxing guy in boxing rules. Like, you can do whatever you want with the rules. It's really hard to bet against Jon Jones. He's just one of those guys. And Gordon was talking about him. And Gordon said that Jon was just a regular dude when they're visiting. Right? They're tired. It's after practice. You can kind of unwind with the guys. Unless you brought up combat, then Gordon said that Jon's entire demeanor would change. And the way that he spoke and the way that he viewed it philosophically was brilliant. This was Gordon talking. big compliment. That's a big compliment for the young, new stud on the block to give to a 36-year-old. Regardless if he's the champion, like it doesn't make any bit of difference. You know, there's no way that Jon's return performance opposite Surreal could have gone better. Can we all agree with that? But I do have my own wishes. Like Jon taking Surreal down on the first takedown attempt, keeping them there and finishing them is quite amazing. And it's not just with anybody, specifically with Surreal. I realize that Surreal against Francis ended up a lot of time on the mat. But prior to that, Surreal had 15 fights, including a world championship that was his. He was 15-0. And one of the bigger claims that you'd make about him is he spent 0 time on the ground. 0, none, which means he had never been taken down. It's a very fascinating stat. 15 fights in. There might be somebody else with that stat. I don't know of them. And I don't care if they're on the amateur or the regional circuit, not even on the big stage yet. If you had 15 fights and you haven't experienced all positions, you have something very special about you. So the fact that Jon could take him down on his first try, keep him there, and finish him, I understand how that's pretty magnificent. But I wish they would have been on their feet longer. And I only say that because I think Jon would have won. Even the minutes, even the moments, even the exchanges. And I'm not picking on Surreal. Not at all am I picking on Surreal. I'm just speaking to, he's that guy. Jon is that guy. I don't know how he doesn't get tired. I don't know how he doesn't give up. I mean, right, like that's just, it doesn't matter how tough you are. It doesn't matter how rough and tough you are. Fatigue will make fatigue will make a coward out of anybody. I mean, there's all sorts of warriors and fighters in countries around the world. Get these bright ideas. They're going to take over some superpower like the U.S. and he'll fight like hell for 4 hours and then he'll get hungry and he'll want something to drink and he'll quit. No matter what a badass is, I'm just sharing that with you. And there's things that you have to do to be in that kind of shape. Jon can just keep going. 36, top guy. You guys think he won't fight Pavlich? He'll fight Pavlich. Mark my words, he'll fight Pavlich. I'm not sure he's not getting better. And if I would have written that story in 2014, everybody would have accepted it. Everybody would have assumed I was right, for sure. His own teammates, his own circle. Everybody would assume that I had that right. But I wanted to been. And according to Gordon Ryan, right, the end is there somewhere, but according to Gordon Ryan, it's not right now.